Hey folks, John here with another trade recap. This week I made $707. Not my biggest week ever, but hey, who am I to complain, right? Alright folks, into the intro. Okay folks, now before we get started, I wanted to note that I'm a real trader with a real account and I show all my fills. Now, if you appreciate that transparency, do me a big favor and hit that subscribe button. Alright folks, now before we get into the trades, I did want to quickly announce that I started a totally free Discord group. The link will be in the description below. It's really just a group for newer or experienced traders to go through our trades and go. If any new traders have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them, and hopefully some also experienced people can join and help answer those too. So yeah, if you're interested, go ahead and just join below, and I look forward to seeing you there. Okay, into this week's trades. So I collected $707. It's not a huge week for me, but it's a totally solid week, and I'm more than happy to come out making that much. So let's just walk through the trades. So the first one is AMD, and I got in AMD and Chewy, by the way, in the middle of the week because last week I thought we were going to have basically last Friday I was looking and deciding whether I wanted to put on trades, and I just thought there was a good chance the market would gap down this last Monday. And luckily for everyone, it didn't, and it kind of popped up and has sold off a little bit at the end of the week. So in the middle of the week, I decided to get into some trades and basically made the choice of whether I wanted to collect some premium or not. So I went ahead and did, and the first one I got in was AMD, and I ultimately earned $315 from this trade. I sold the 52 strike, 7 contracts. I sold for 46 cents and bought back today for a penny. So a nice little profit there in AMD, one of my favorite stocks to trade. Basically, the price needed to just stay above here. And it's really as simple as that. Let me go over to the monitor tab and you can check out my fills. This is where I sold. This one right here is actually the one I placed today for next week, so ignore that for now. And here is the buyback for a penny, as you can see. Okay, next. MU, yeah, let's talk about MU. And you can check out my fills first. So MU, last week, the Friday before for last Friday, I put on MU. It was the 51.5 strike. Let me go to the chart here so it makes a little more sense. Let me drag this over here, guys. Okay, so last week, or the week before last, I had gotten the 51.5 strike, right? Now it blew through that basically, and I had to roll. So I rolled it down for a credit to the 50.5 strike. So I collected that $96. So that was from the roll. So I collected money when I put on the original one, and when I rolled, I collected more money. So I made total profit on MU, lost no money during this roll, even though it blew through my strike. And if I would have closed it out last Friday, I would have realized a loss. So yeah, pretty cool. So this week, it just needed to stay above 50.5, that price. And you know what? It really got close, especially this is a daily candle here. So you can see it pushed up. I was like, oh, there's no chance. And look how it sold off. So it really sold off very close to my strike, but it ended up not getting close enough, and I was able to get out for a penny. So yeah, $96 on that roll. Next up is Chewy. So Chewy is a pretty cool one. I think a lot of people are familiar with this. This is like an online pet store. I was even telling my brother about this, and he goes, oh yeah, I use that all the time. So it's a pretty cool little stock. I had sold the 47 strike, I think Tuesday or Wednesday, and so it basically needed to stay above that. It was messing around with me and dipping and coming, getting close, opening close to it, but ultimately today it had a nice pop up, and I got out of this one for 3 cents. Let me look at the table here. Yeah, so I sold it for 40 cents and bought it back for 3 cents. That was 8 contracts, so that was $2.96. So anyhow, again, all that added up to 707, and here, for all you fill lovers, here are the fills. Okay, well that wraps it up, folks. Well, you know what? Let me actually review what I put on today. for next week while I got you here. So today I put on AMD. I sold the 51 strike puts for 50 cents. So let's check out the chart here. So AMD, let's put this down here. Let's go change this to 51. Okay, so that's where I'm at. Let me zoom in here a little bit for you. So I sold the 51 strike for 50 cents. I sold, I think, 7 or 8 of those. So basically, we'll see what happens, but I have this room to work with. So if the stock stays somewhere in here, I'm going to make money by next Friday, get to keep everything, hopefully buy it back for a penny. Next, I also sold MU again. So you can see I sold six puts, 48 strike. Let's check out the chart there. Do another zoom in. So let's get rid of this one. All right, 48 strike. Okay, so I've got down to there. MU does have earnings coming up at the end of the month, so that is something to be very cautious about. Stocks tend to run up into earnings, but these are weird times, so we'll have to see what happens. But I have all that room to work with. And what did I collect there? I collected 45 cents times 6. So that was solid for me. That was not a huge position. That was kind of a medium position. What else? What else did I put on? Oh, Twitter. So Twitter, I haven't been in Twitter in a while. For 30 cents, I sold the 31.5 strike. So let's draw a line out here. 31.5. Let's make this exact. Okay, so Twitter's looking a little ugly here. It really kind of took a deep dive at the end of the day. But so I sold the 31.5 strike for 30 cents. I think I sold, what, 10 of those? 10 of them. So yeah, I have room down to here. We'll see what happens. Twitter can be pretty volatile. Twitter does worry me a little bit. It's not a stock that tends to go up well over time, like something like AMD. So anyhow, we'll have to see what happens. Alrighty, folks, that wraps up the trade recap. Now, again, if you're enjoying this transparency, I show you my fills, and again, I'm a 100% real trader with a real account. I would really appreciate you hit that like and subscribe button. And additionally, if you want to receive notifications for my videos when I post them, you just have to tap that notification bell. Alright, folks, I'll talk to you real soon.